Left is Violet Maskini, who's from Ward 15, Norton Rural. She's a victim of the political violence that has just started rearing its head again in the constitution. She will be able to tell you what happened. And then on my right is Natasha Valia, whose mother is ZANU PF, that is supporting me that she is the one when we came to abduct. So she will equally narrate to me what happened. My statement for the day reads, with only 12 days to go until election, not on the level of desperation being shown by ZANU PF is becoming more and more apparent. The cases of politically motivated intimidation and violence have escalated to alarming levels, as well as a marked increase in the severity of the attacks. Members of my campaign team are being indiscriminately arrested for trumped up charges in the adoption of constitutionally mandated special liaison police office and committee remain outstanding, thereby slowing down the investigation and the apprehension of the suspects and perpetrators of violence. A number of cases have been reported within the last few days where we have witnessed the sad and worrying incident of a girl child being abducted, arrested, and beaten. The IRB number of the police is 295-8846. It was more disconcerting to note that this incident occurred in the presence of the Norton ZANU PF candidate, Ronald Chindeta. During a meeting at Oak Farm where the village head was discussing the distribution of disc arrows, an attempted attack was made on me by a certain Shepherd Gundani who is inhabited. He threw a stone at me and attempted to assault me using a chair. The incident was reported by RB number 2887-555. The same culprit further went on to commit a further offense the following Saturday at Nyanga, seat in Ward 15, accompanied by members of CIO, and remains scot-free. We are ever in possession of the video evidence to back our reports. Neva Mavangira, village head as well as the ZANU PF chairman in Ward 14, stopped a soccer tournament from continuing by chopping down the goalposts. The report was fully made. RB number 287559, but no arrests have been made, although the video evidence is still available. This is despite the fact that we had police clearance. Violet Maskini, who is here, and her husband were beaten up by known assailants, and we report the matter to the police, RB number 287560. Numerous people have further been threatened to have their land taken away or their homes burned, and the release of these individuals. Kasukwere Sega is alleged to be making threatening phone calls to people in Ward 15 and ZANU PF members like Comrade Dick Matthews and Sheila Mabasa have been brought in from outside to buffer up the acts of violence and intimidation. It's no secret that Ignatius Chombo, Xavier Kasukwere, Patrick Ziwao, were in Norton yesterday and basically going door to door and intimidating people. Section 133A8B of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, clearly defines intimidation as inflicting or threatening to inflict bodily injury upon a person, or abducting a person or detaining a person against his or her will. As the Norton ZANU PF candidate acknowledges that is compelled by electoral code of conduct under Section 72 to restrain their representatives and supporters from contravening this code and any applicable electoral or general law, and must take or initiate appropriate disciplinary action against those who contravene this code or that law. The electoral code is implicit in Section 5A and B that states no political party or any of its members or supporters and no candidate or any of his or the supporters may use violence or threaten violence or incite or encourage the use of violence against anyone on account of his or her political opinion or membership or support of a political party or participation in the election. B, intimidate or invite or encourage the intimidation of anyone on the account of his or her political opinions or membership or support of any political party or act in any way that may provoke violence or intimidation. This granted contravention by comrade mentioned that the supporters, if proved upon investigation, found effectively disqualifies the and the act continues. The special level police office and committee absence is glaring, obvious, and creating a huge gap in the expectation in investigations of reported incidents. The case of abduction of the girl child is a matter that I would like to bring to the attention of the First Lady, Dr. Mugabe, and hear her settlements on the matter, being the Women's Secretary in ZANU-PF, and who we believe must advocate for the girl child and respond to what her party is doing. I'll continue to persevere with the legal option in my challenge of the electoral reforms. The ZEC and the ZRP continue to be silent. No one can stop an idea whose time is coming in an election. The winning for me will see the beginning of a better, not only a better problem. I'd like to also let you know that before I came here, I was with the lawyers. We are putting together an application within 24 hours to ensure that the police comply with what they're supposed to do, media equally complies with what they're supposed to do. So I'm glad to say that work is underway pertaining to that. I think the last time we met, we spoke about 24 hours, that's 72 hours that they're given. I also want to mention that, and I want to recognize the convener chairman of NERA, Comrade Digmas Mutasa, who is here, that the yard is now part of NERA. We did sign to be part of NERA. I think we want to be associated with any progressive movement, especially when the reforms in this country are quite necessary. So we would like to say that we're part of NERA. We did sign, and we look forward to the reforms happening. We look forward to everybody who believes in the reforms to be part of the Star Rally that we're having on the 15th of October on Saturday. Though the police have more or less said we can't go ahead, but we are making an application for that rally to go ahead. I think it's important that Zimbabweans do come in their numbers so that we are able to face the enemy as a united force. And we do applaud the work that NERA is doing in terms of dealing with the reforms of this country. Equally, our support for NERA is to be on the ground. We believe whilst parties believe that elections must not happen, we also believe that when we are on the ground, they are compelled to also test the whole system to see if those reforms are happening or not happening. It's pretty clear that 2018 is not going to be any easy. I think the parties, the sixes and sevens, you see His Excellency himself is still supporting corruption. We were all wondering why people were not arrested. He is the mother of corruption in this country. He allows his children to get away with issues of corruption. He's busy protecting Professor Moore over an issue which everybody knows about. He is the mother of violence in terms of Bukurawindi. He's the mother of corruption, as we see. I think with time, I think things are coming to the clear, and I think it is important that Zimbabwe to find a new way forward. There was an attack several times, people saying war veterans are violent, but we'll see how have they been violent when the war veterans are no longer part of ZANU-PF, and ZANU-PF is on its own. Now then, before I take any questions from anyone, I'll ask Maskini to narrate to you the violence that she went through. Chakumbira kuti muti akaungana pana kuti zvakafamba sei kuti
Ngori se Friday tatitandara zvinditi panike ba tatakagara campaign team paMliswa saka pakasvika campaign team because ZANU-PF love more festo pasvika pandatakagara ndipasina Temba Mliswa kuti kumuflasha nezvi akunzi Temba Mliva indobva ndati zvokutenese pamberi naTemba Mliswa zvikanzi pamugutsikane anozviti bhurubhuru pamugutsikane nevarume venyu anotora vakadzi vevanhu vakatotanga kutituka pepe ndokandakabva ndabuda panze ndinoudza murume wangu kuti ndiri kutukwa mukati umu naFesto akabva nditera ndobva auya kune murume wangu akumubvunza kuti kumutukirei zvikanzi wati Temba Mliswa ndobva atanga kutorwisana nemurume wangu mwana wake ndobva atanga kutora matombo akutanga kutema murume wangu then murume wangu paakatiza ndobva auya kwandiri ndobva ndirova saka paakandirova avandikutsanira nemwana wake saka pavakandirova handozoti chii chakaitika ndakabva ndakolapsa ndobva ndazopepuka ndakaunganirwa nevanhu vanga vachitonditi wakakolapsa warohwa ndakakwara madzina ndisikwanisa kana kudya ndakakwara muromo amino ropa ranga raibhidha kuti ranga richibva paimukanwa but mazino magums angu haasi kukwanisa kuti ndikwanise kudya zvakaitika nemusoro.
Thank you very much. Chakumira Natasha kuti urondedze kuti zvakafamba sei chirundo chikoro.
Venga sentades na frente, nada da terra, quando você vai. Then when I went through my worry, they come to my youth, the online man boy to become more keep some kana much more posters like yoga blushing. Skavaimba, vaimba song kuti Temba jore sana, waburuka vezi, ibama bwana kuse. Skani ndakagara kufunda kuselfcoach. Kanzi uyu natsauchona ndeupi. Kozi vakaenda landlord yekuva pachigara. Vari kwavo. Saka ndakaramba ndakagara zvezvekuti ndasizozoti vanhu vachona vari kuvinga inini. Vanditi kuda kubuditsa zvinhu zvamai vako kuzi vari kusapota Temba Mliswa zvikwanise kuramba chigara nemunhu anosapota Temba Mliswa panapa. And then pandatanga kuramba tichinovhura dho mayuka pane vakomana vakandiita zvekundibata skate. Vakandibata skate nemumwe wachona vakandibata dho akaita zvezvekundidaiso vachindidhonza chienda neni padho. Saka ndichiramba kudaro pane mukomana anoita piyo muyuko yeparani ndakabva ndivabhuchi vakandiva bhuchi ndakasvika ndichinorovera. Saka ndichisumuka pepa zvikanzi toda kupinda mamai toda kubudisa zvinhu ndizvo zvavakanga vachitaura zvikanzi toda kubudisa zvinhu. Saka havanozoita zvezvo zvekubudisa zvinhu vakabva vandipinza inini imba zvanzi toda kutsvaga t-shirt ekwaTemba Mliswa namai vako tovaona vakapfeka yeyende machitukuda ewaiti nemusikana nezama. And then vapinda mbasa makungi akapinda ndobva atanga kudzudhunura nehembe achitsvaga t-shirt haana kuiona. Saka bva nditi takukutora iyo chitenderera kubhesi. Saka ipapo ndandabharwa skate yena ndakapfeka nemayupi tiri vakomana ndokandibhara skate. Saka pakundisi vada kuenda neni kubhesi ndakuenda neni pupu kuenda chadzei zvikanzi wakufira yamai vako wakufira yaTemba Mliswa. Ndikati wai muri kundidara zvikanzi naamenichiyani muri wakati uri kuchipedzera nguva chii. Saka ndakabhara skate yenda ndakapfeka ndabharwa nokumerera. Saka pakuti chimira ichi ndichibvisa skate yendiwane chimwe chichepfeka vakomana vabva vachichinja titorimo ngariperei vachichinja tirimo. Ndakatochinja vakomana vakandimirira ende ndovasiya ndakatochinja trousi. Saka ndatombopedza kuzvipfeka vakatanga kutidhonza tirebisa vanhu. Saka ndandashaya bhalansi saka ndichinorovera nesaiti ndandasedzva nguri kurwadza chinyasofamba sikwanisa kufamba ndobva nditora vakaita zvezvekutitakura vakomana vachimira vandisa murori memba vakaenda neni hanzi kubhesi kwarori. Saka ndichisvika kubhesi kuyape ndakasvika ndichiona rori nayondo sister ndakasvika ndichidonhedzerwa chipamberi parori. Rona haana chaakataura yondo sister kutanga kuti chadonirowapeka ndichitema because ndandakuvara ndasakwanisa kana kuita chinhu. But pandakasvika ndichigara pasi maika yakatanga kutitendera vachimba Temba ucharaisa vana Temba ucharaisa vana chii. Saka yondo sister ndo vakabva vati ende munomutora t-shirt vananotorwa t-shirt vavaita zvezvekundisanhara vachindipfekedza t-shirt zvikanzi wawe kunoko iwewe takuda kuti tauda kushanda newe uchitipa information kana mai vako vakuda kuchipa information yese paTemba Mliswa. saka ndaramba ndakagara ndikaenda kuma5 ndakazobviswako kuma8 pakubva kwako kuma8 ndakada kutoti ndibude koza nguva titi shiend ndakada kutoti ndibude zvikanzi silent killer kwasekuru wakwandoita silent killer inzi aiva aita zvakasandikwa but vaingondiwa silent killer but hazviite kuti aende ega then but tinokutsvakira mutsvagire mayouth anoenda naye ndakaenda nevasikana yewani mukoma nakachinja mbiri ndovakazomuperekedza pamusiya kwedu saka makizi anga angotorwa nemayouth ndovakakiya dog vatora makizi vandakosvika chigare chikwadhani vandazondokuenda kupolisa ndozvisvaga zvichiti kozi kundiri ikokoko kwaroni zvikanzi yondosista tidoti amai vakwabzoke kuZANU-PF kozi mama vangu vanga vari kuZANU-PF for a long time zvikanzi toda kuti vadzoke ikokoko ndizvo tidongoti tingoita chete ndangosvika chikobvasikaaama
I think these are some of the said issues that we are facing. I had spoken to you that I thought this election, so this, but I think it's pretty clear that they're quite desperate, and the Minister of Home Affairs is Ignatius Temba, who is the senior in the province. Quite clearly, he has allowed this to happen. What becomes inconsistent is when you put reports no one is arrested. You see, 2 of our guys have been arrested today. And the reason why they've been arrested, they wanted to go and also pick up guys that US citizens arrested because the police are not arresting you. Because if you're not arrested, you continue perpetrating crime. And basically what they were trying to say is that can you go to the police because you guys have committed crime. So this is the situation that we over the last 24 hours, we can talk about 10, 15 violent reports that have happened, and there's only 12 days before the elections. It's gonna get to some alarming levels, and I think it is important in this regard that I think the president said if he's not comfortable with elections, he must not call for them. I think it's very clear when an election is called, he calls for them, knowing very well that people will definitely contest, and people having to contest, they should be free, fair, and credible. Already we are not even there. We just be a minimum of the election. Being free, fair, and credible. There's already lost that. So, we have been hoping that people are still determined. That's the beauty of it. They're not surrendering. They're on the ground. They're saying for 12 days to go and setting a new speak in the Bible. ZANU-PF has lost support. She was ZANU-PF. The mother is ZANU-PF. They have lost support within their party. And if it was any other party, it's different. Now, if they're able to do this within the members of the party, you can then imagine how they treat other members who are not their own. No wonder why we then agree with what SGC went through, all of us, in terms of what they think faced, we are now facing it. I think this is why NERA is important. This is why every progressive Zimbabwe must get together to try and defeat this enemy that we have in front of us. Are there any questions that would like to be asked? That will be true that are here as well. They are not available on your school.
Nisirokufamba kwedu kwakunana taswere saka kune akabharirwa t-shirt akapfeka t-shirt nobva abharirwa t-shirt akabva.
So Kasubele is inciting violence. He goes into the area. He is a political commissar, and as soon as he leaves, there's violence. Which what we have is a thing system which will not do anything to respond. No wonder why the system must change. It has to be a system that must change. But I've always said for the system to change, it must start from the bottom to where we grow up. It's like a soccer match. See this election as probably the kind of first round before we get to the final, which is 2018. But it must start at that point.
Younger Ibsen, and no posters. So then get no money that can manage that can try because squash no pack a five days, preparing them because you do have sugar because of solutions. Or squash no.
So they don't even have anywhere to stay. This is they now have to really be accommodated workspace. Any more questions? Yes.
Are you sleeping at your mother's friend's house because the landlord is taking the keys, or you are afraid of going to put up at the place where you are renting?
What the kids last approach her because there's only a person now who did not take the dinner that's not still a person.
No further question. I don't know. The chairman of NERA is here. Maybe we can have a comment from you, commentators.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
We have a slogan in NERA that together we are stronger, and stronger together. So indeed, we are going to support you as one of us. We hope that all parties that are in NERA will come and assist you in Norton, and even those who are registered as voters there will also vote for you. That's what we can do for you and the present moment. I want to thank you very much.
We'll end the conference. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.